and hazy dreams, where time slows down and the light gently gleams. Floating melodies, soothing beats arise, taking us away where imagination flies. Close your eyes, enter the dreamland serene, where the subconscious tells a story yet unseen. Loved by the rhythm, a trance slowly unfolds in this realm of tranquility where peace beholds.
Good morning, everybody. I hope this video finds you well. Today, I want to relate a story about what happens when you put a very, very large affirmation in your affirmation campaign. I'm going to tell you a story about that. Now, I have argued that you can ask for anything, absolutely anything, no matter how ridiculous it appears to occur, and it will manifest. It really will manifest. I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you the truth. Believe me. So, I put in my affirmations that I have access to billions of US dollars. Now, when I wrote that, I worded it very carefully. I said that I have access to billions of United States dollars, not billions of Chinese yuan, not billions of euros, of American US dollars, because I'm an American, and that I had access to, not that I was a billionaire. I said I had access to the money, because if I were to say I was a billionaire, that would come with a whole bunch of other stuff that might put this affirmation way out there, maybe even beyond my lifespan. All right, so I wanted to do something within my life, and I wanted to have it really big. Well, billions of dollars is a lot of money. So I put it in, and I just ran my affirmation campaigns like I always did. I just read them and I forget about them. I think that maybe roughly about 2.5 years to 3 years after I first put it in my campaign, it materialized. I met a banking chick who asked me if I could help one of her clients. It turns out, and I wrote about this, if I can find my post, I'll put it here in the notes. But basically, this guy, he, older man in China, yeah, I'm in China, by the way, an older man, and he, over the decades, every time the money changed hands or American money came his way, he would collect the money, give them yuan. It's sort of like a system that he had. He wasn't a bank per se. He just was able to transfer resources and whatever, give yuan for dollars, and he was collecting dollars, and he couldn't stop himself for shit. And he's a very wealthy man, and he had accumulated lots and lots of American greenbacks. How many? $3.4 billion in cash. Something like that. 3.4. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. So, well, of course, when the banking chick came up to me, I said, "What do you want me to do?" Because in China, you cannot transfer money in or out the United States dollars more than 50,000. Not 50 million. It's 50,000, and certainly not billions. And he wanted to figure out some way that he could convert all this US dollars into something tangible. Well, first of all, I had to see the money, right? You have to see the money, right? Show me the money, right? You have to. So I wanted to see the money that he was talking about. Okay. So I went on up, and it was outside of Guangzhou in this, I won't tell you where it is, but basically just a industrial area with warehouses and stuff, and there was the guard gate or whatever, and a dog and old man there eating his lunch and stuff, and go on in, and it's just these massive warehouses, and sure as shit, there are pallets and pallets stacked upon stacks of shrink-wrapped money. I wish I could say they're all $100 bills, but they were in all denominations. And if I recall, I looked at the first couple of pallets, and there was a lot of $100 bills, but I can't confirm it. It seems to me because there was a mix of 5s and 10s and 1s and stuff, and this was a couple of years ago, so I could be kind of wrong. But what does it matter? It was just tons and tons of US dollars, just like, and rats were getting in there and eating it. And he had to pay somebody to watch the money. So he has to pay for the 3 warehouses, the guard, and maintaining it and fumigating it and all this stuff. And it was costing him, money. And he wanted to do something other than this and just have a bunch of paper that he has to pay for. Now, the problem was, because of Chinese laws, after 2013 or whatever, he's not going to be able to use this kind of money. He can't use this money. Here's $1 million to buy a house. He can't do that because they're going to go track where this money came from, because if it's US dollars, it has to go through the customs. You can't just do it right there. And that's the same situation with whether you're building something as a factory. If a foreign customer wants to pay, they can pay in US dollars, but it has to go through customs first. There's all these checks and balances to make sure there's no fraud. So he wanted me to come up with a way of dealing with this, all right? So I suggested a buying manufactured products for the domestic market, converting the US dollars into a product of some type, then storing the product. That was my idea. The money is then laundered to the factories. The factory gets the money, makes the product, puts it in storage. It could be a durable product. It doesn't have to be shoes that'll go out of style or anything like that. It can't be, 3G phone or anything like that. It could be some manufactured product. Pipes, okay? Wires, rebar for concrete reinforcing, just mundane stuff that the paper could be converted into something tangible. And for me to do this, he was going to give me 5%, maybe 4%, I forget the number, as a service fee. Well, I mean, if you've got 5% of $3.5 billion is a lot of money, no matter how you look at it. And but I would have to do it. And I explained to him, or I explained to the banker how it worked and everything. And the thing was, he did not like that. He thought it would take too long. It was too cumbersome. It wouldn't be, okay, it would be cumbersome, but I would be in charge of the whole darn thing. So my manifestation came true, didn't it? As ridiculously large and seemingly impossible, I had access to $3.5 billion. Okay? It happened. But I did not take advantage of it because the obstacles to go to what he wanted started entering into the realms of the illegal, and that was something I didn't want to do. The best I could do was convert the paper into something tangible within China domestically. Then, once he had the warehouse full of brake pads for cars or reinforced steel sheets or whatever, then I could help him sell that overseas, but still, that would be the process, and he didn't want to have anything to do with it. So the story behind this is, I don't want to get you too involved in this, except to say the most craziest requests you put in your affirmations do come true. When you're at that affirmation comes true, you're going to have to make perhaps a decision process you're going to have to go through, right? And in my case, I decided not to go illegal. I wanted to go a legal route. It's fine too. Always include something outrageously far off in your affirmations that you would really like if it happened, but you really consciously don't think it'll happen. You should always do that. And you'll be surprised what'll happen. And with that, people, I hope you learned something from this little experience. It did happen. It sounds pretty ridiculous if you ask me in hindsight, but yeah, it did happen. You know, I like pizza. But what am I going to do if I'm in a room with 1 million boxes of pizza? You know? I mean, you can only eat so much pizza. Okay? Have you ever been like that? You were very hungry and you went to Burger King and you ordered like 3 Whoppers, and it was like after the first Whopper you're like, oh my God, I can't eat anymore. Life, being human. So like and subscribe. Please always like and subscribe. I'm really trying to keep this up. A couple of people have commented, more than one have commented that they can't understand why there's not more likes and whatever. You get these stupid ass YouTube channels that are just junk, and they've got millions of likes, hundreds of thousands of followers. Who knows? And with that, people, remember, I believe in you, and I like you just the way you are at this moment. Be good and kind to dogs, cats, other animals, maybe to each other. Enjoy life a little bit more. You don't have to be so staid. And remember, I believe in you. Take care, everybody.
In the haze of a quiet Sunday morning, lost without imagination soaring, dreamlike melodies fill the air, creating a world where I'm happy in there. Close my eyes and let the beat take hold, lost in a dream I am never growing old. The rhythm flows through my veins, setting me free. In this slow, soft and gentle